Conscientious Communications. April 8, 2014. What does it mean to speak tactfully? Speaking tactfully, dear ones, is an ability to appreciate the fragile nature of any situation, and to act or speak the kindest and most decent thing. When you are able to make use of tact, you become more empathic towards others, you are able to sense the feelings of others, and can quickly recognize how your own words or actions have so much effect. It is important to remember when learning to become more tactful that this new way of being is not just to learn a new skill, but to have a deep, sincere desire to not harm others with your words or actions. Of all the skills and practices you undertake, learning to speak consciously and with tact is one of the most important ones, and for many one of the most challenging, yet with perseverance it can also be the most rewarding. There are many people that have devoted themselves for great lengths of time to inner work, that find developing tact and learning to speak consciously is not an easy task. For the most part, when it is time for you to talk, you have some concept of what your intentions are, and what it is you wish to convey. Normally it is your awareness of yourself that nearly disappears the moment you begin to speak. Before you begin working on developing a more conscious speech, it is important to become more aware of your own voice as you speak while you are speaking. Indeed, this simple little task can be very difficult, as it requires focus from you. Quite certainly you will know when you are going to speak, and you may very well have the greatest of intention of being more aware of the sound of your voice when you speak, but the moment you actually begin talking it all seems to vanish. Even though developing a more conscientious speech can appear difficult to reach at times, it becomes one of your most valuable assets as it improves your ability to remain in the now moment, and definitely the development of this skill will improve all relationships that you are part of, regardless if they are platonic or otherwise. It is essential, dear ones, to lengthen your focus, attention and manifestation into every corner of your life, especially within areas you tend to ignore. Try to see the action of speaking as a darkened room, where your voice is its light through the words that flow from your mouth, tongue, and throat. The more developed you become in the skill of speaking consciously, the brighter this room becomes. Remember, dear ones, conscious speaking is more than merely being aware of your voice and of its sound. It also stretches the meaning of the words you find yourself often using, and of the intentions behind the thoughts you wish to bring into light. The truth is, dear ones, nearly everything you say is derived from egoic reasons, often judgment, criticism, and other negative forms of behavior filter through your actions and words into gossip or hurtful words created from negative and destructive emotions and feelings. Self-centeredness has many dear souls thinking that everyone wants to hear them talk continuously about themselves, while at the same time exhibiting less to no interest to the people that are taking the time to listen. This kind of action, dear ones, is feeding the ego. The less need you have to judge or criticize others, the less need you will have to judge or criticize yourself, and the less likely those you are connecting with you will criticize you or judge you. Try to remember that the law of cause and effect is always nearby. How you treat others will eventually come back to you. It is important for your own journey, dear ones, to become less sheltered by your overprotective ego. Your ego has the ability to control your best intentions out of fear, as it fears the light of your own awareness. The more aware you become of yourself, the purer and freer your words and actions become. Learning to convey only what is true requires consciousness and awareness, understanding that speaking tactfully and with kindness widens the doorways of relationships and strengthens your own inner person. Make each word and action you express be felt as coming from your heart. When speaking consciously, you are also encompassing the entirety of yourself, therefore what you mean and feel what you are saying, and when it is necessary you convey what you mean and feel. Don't forget, dear ones, when speaking, your body language, gestures, posture, and even your facial expressions and mannerisms affect your communication. So when you are speaking consciously and with tact, you are creating a larger room for yourself that includes your intention, the tone of your voice, what your words mean, as well as your body language within your own arena of instant awareness. In order to accomplish such depth in your consciousness, it is essential, dear ones, that you are completely present. You are not there taking apart, dissecting each little particle of the situation or event. Instead, you remain balanced and centered in the manifestation of wholeness of the experience of what is being shared through the tone of your voice, gestures, and all else that goes into speaking consciously. It is possible, dear ones, for this wholeness to slip away. In order to prevent this from happening, it is important to ground yourself in the solidness of the silent support and awareness of the tone of your voice. As you listen to your own voice, you are also listening to the whole of the situation between you and the other person. Speaking consciously and with tact demonstrates, dear ones, that you are fully aware of the other person and of their feelings. You are able to see them as being like you. You are aware of the possibility of the effect your words or actions before you even act upon them. And once they are shared, you are also aware of any effect they are having on the receiving person. You are able to listen to them with an open heart and mind to whatever their response may be. You understand the importance of honoring the humanity of the other person, and at the same time you're honoring your own. We encourage each of you to become more tactful, more aware of your words and actions, and what your intentions are underneath them. And if you ever are faced with a situation where speaking consciously and with tact is really hard, choose to say nothing at all. You don't always have to have the last word if your word is not kind. When another dear soul is sharing with you, take the time to listen fully in the moment of what is being said. If they are sharing a different point of view, thank them for what they shared with you, even if their point of view is far different from your own. You do have the capability of expressing yourself with kindness to others just from your actions and words. You have the ability to bring so many wonderful changes into your life that will benefit all that are close to you, acquaintances, and others that you may only speak to once. We believe you can do everything and anything when you apply your heart and soul. It is now up to you to believe this as well. And so it is. I'm Ascended Master, El Morya, through Julie Miller. SpiritualNetworks.com